All right, Flash traders, LP providers, and FAF stakers, welcome to another Flash Hour Live, where we go over all things Flash trade, as well as we dive deep into the trenches and share with you the latest news. If you've ever opened up a short and actually meant to open up a long, go ahead and smash that like button and hit retweet for us so we can get this out to more eyeballs. All right, let's bring Anas up. We've got a lot to go over before we bring up Anas. It's freaking Degen week. Let's go. All right, just had to get that out of the way. I'm pumped.
GM. Indeed. It's a Degen week for us at Flash.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been testing it out, and amazingly, I hit a huge long, and unfortunately on DevNet, but I'm DevNet rich. Yes.
Yeah. It's very addictive, to be honest. But before we head into it, I think it's better we just head on with the state of the trenches.
Yeah, state of trenches. Sorry, got excited, got ahead of myself. So this is going to be an extremely volatile week, everybody, and it is a trader's dream. Swing traders, scalp traders, everybody's going to have a great week this week because we have the FOMC meeting come up. We have the PCE and GDP data also coming out, along with a lot of other stock news, White House crypto report coming out, hopefully. And then Clarity Act is actually moving to the Senate. It's passed the House. So that is another big catalyst. Things are going to be going a little bit crazy this week. What do you think, Anas?
For sure. And a lot of earning reports are going to be shared as well from the top companies like Tesla, and a lot of AI startups are also going to share their earnings, and depending on the market situations, we're going to see a lot of movements in overall market structure. So very interesting week and very volatile, as you highlighted before.
Yeah. Non-farm payrolls coming out. ETH is starting to gain dominance over 3,800. The other cool, especially for the Solana, something I thought was really interesting is Solana is actually having the staking ETFs. I know that's it's a really big deal for investing in general in these ETFs. They're able to gain from the yield. So Bloomberg analysis says 95% chance that Solana ETFs more are actually going to be coming by the end of this year. So that's huge, as well as FireDancer Validator client upgrade Q4. There's a few things I wanted to share also. Let's see if I can get those in here. Share screen.
Oh, wow. Something interesting coming up. Even I know what's coming up.
So Eric Balchunas gets he's basically saying here that since BlackRock has entered the scene, we're going to see, and institutions in general, but I think what he's really getting at is the institutional side. It's flattening out Bitcoin. We're not seeing that wild volatility, and he thinks that the drawdowns are going to be much less significant. I actually have a different take. My take is that actually with institutional adoption, there could be a much higher risk of things breaking in a much higher significant way. I don't know. What do you think, Anas? This is just my opinion. I was kind of thinking that the cascading effect could actually, because of there being more capital and things being so intertwined, this potentially actually could lead to further downside, a further upside, but further downside. So
I think the minimization of volatility is going to happen either ways as the markets expand and a lot of participants come in. So the tradable liquid portion of asset becomes smaller, and the hodled asset, the people who are holding it for long term increases. So I don't think we would see increased volatility as we move ahead in the next 10 years, especially on the bigger assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, as more funds who don't move their money much, and depending on their understanding of the markets, they move the markets. So we certainly would see us crawl up, but not much on the downside. So that is the reason why my handle has been all in Bitcoin since I've joined crypto. So we all knew
Very true.
we all knew this is gonna come, and
Yeah.
it's lovely to notice and be part of it.
Yeah, my core thesis from 3 years ago, after experiencing that massive downturn, thankfully I did get into Solana, of course, on the downside, but I went 80% of my net worth I dumped into Bitcoin, and I've held it in Bitcoin cold storage ever since, and haven't looked back. And I definitely do not regret that decision. So here, this is another one I wanted. The Pi cycle top indicator is not showing we are overheated at all. Matter of fact, it's a lot of indicators. If you go around and you look, they are actually saying that we are just getting started, which is pretty interesting. So I wanted to call out MS2 Capital. I do follow them. They're just a local firm, but I follow them because they have really, really good takes. Another one I wanted to call out on Twitter, he does a really great job of breaking down what happened in the Solana ecosystem this week. And it's 5talker_, but Emmanuel from BlockRide. So basically, he's just breaking down on 4 other key Solana contributors, the internet capital markets. It's ANZA's, basically just a breakdown of how we get there and how Solana becomes the capital markets. So that was really cool. And then he's got a bunch of other things to break down, from Sanctum, Hilo, which is a new one coming on the scene, Volt Finance, Camino coming up for us, Shift,
Sure.
Marinade Finance, Bonk, of course, Bonk's going crazy, Soul Strategy. So he's got a great breakdown here if you want to meet up with that.
That's a lot of things to go through, to be honest, at once.
No. Yeah. That's why I said you can. I'll drop it in the link down below, so you can go through it if you so choose. And then the BAM. So just a really great breakdown. Again, I'll link it here so that you can go over it. But BAM, it's basically a breakdown from Solana here that kind of goes through exactly what BAM is, how how it works and everything like that, as well as a breakdown of what kind of additional what happened in the Solana ecosystem if you want to get caught up this week. Bunch of great information here and projects to follow. All right. And that is about wraps up the state of the trenches. So let's get back to, all right, the flash overview. So we added about 170 million to the trading volume. TVL is steadily increasing, which we love to see. And FLP1 price is still holding rock solid at 1.42. FLP on LoopScale is significantly outperforming. Actually, if you see one of their featured sections, you will see FLP1 is in the featured section. And as you can see here on screen, FLP1 is crushing it across the board, as well as our other FLP pools. So FLP4 got a nice boost as well.
For sure.
What did we get done this week? This is all you.
Yeah, that's again, I'm happy that we have a lot of things that I've done this week, starting with the fee discounts that have been applied to Pool 3 assets, which is the leading DeFi tokens of on Solana, which are listed on Flash with the highest leverage to trade on. And it's going to get crazier this week probably. So from now onwards, it's 11 bips flat fees for all assets, all Pool 3 assets such as Camino, Jito, Radium, Pyth, and I think I'm missing one more. It's Jupiter, yeah. All these assets are available to trade at 11 bips, which is one of the cheapest, fees to trade with the highest leverage of about 50x. So that's only possible on Flash, and we are going to take that to the next level with the launch of Degen Mode. And the next thing is we just announced the market timing, where a lot of people were kind of complaining when the Pool 2 goes off because of the CME market timing. So now, traders, when they take positions, they would be able to watch when the markets are going to go close, when the markets are going to, close for the weekend or any of the holiday sessions, or when it goes live in the next 24 hours. So it's a very neat, indicator for people when they are taking positions using the synthetic assets. But I think
Yeah.
Max did a mistake where he added pool 3, but it's pool 2, which is all the forex space, metals, and crude oil. So yeah. And the next interesting thing is, we've also added a feature on the token page which shows you the total revenue distributed amongst all the FAF stakers. So it's something around $45,000 now and increasing every 6 hours as we speak, depending on the amount of value that is accrued on Flash. And it has been steadily growing up, and we are very happy to check it out and show everyone how much fees we are distributing amongst FAF stakers. And the
Yeah,
next thing
absolutely.
is, yep. A lot of fees is coming in, and happy to be the part of FAF staking community where even I am earning earning rewards for my staked share. So it's a very fulfilling feeling overall, where your product is making money so that you can buy dinner at least for now, and hopefully something much bigger in the future. So, and the next and the next thing is, FLP1 is live. It has taken us about 2 months to get this feed live, and with this, it opens a lot of integrations. Amongst ones is the Camino integration, which we have been talking about for since 2 months now. I know it
Yeah.
has taken us a lot of time, but very happy to see the PR being reviewed, and Zohib is working throughout the night to get that PR merged. And very happy to see that getting along, and very sure that it was going to boost the TVL by a good margin, and hopefully it goes out very soonish. So if you want to add something on that before I move ahead with other stuff, if you are there, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Just had a bit of a issue with the network, but yeah, all good now. Um, one important thing is
Any?
the.
Yeah.
I'm audible.
Yep.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, deprecating swap fee. We're hopeful this is gonna bring in a lot of users who have been avoiding us for quite some time now because of this audacious fees that comes out. One of the improvements that we have made on that is to make sure that spot swaps, which function without you having to open a position, are charged separately. So now all trading on Flash, which requires an internal swap, is free. So other venues which route auto flow like Ranger, it's going to be a great addition if we can work out a way to use these features across all of our integrations. So yeah, a quick request for Ranger as well to kind of have us up to power soul trades, which I think should be up this week. So yeah, looking forward to a lot more.
For
And what
sure,
about
for sure.
the
And
Camino integration?
yep.
That's also in works. The pit feeds are really helpful, pushing a lot of our partners to kind of have the FLP market up. We are also figuring out solutions to have native multiply for FLP as it goes live on LoopScale. So yeah, hopefully we'll have both of those things resolved soon. Camino is waiting for an audit approval. That's the last thing we've heard on having the PRs merged in. So yeah, looking good on all fronts. And if we get the native multiply go live on the same day as we have the FLP market, that's going to be really cool. But yeah, like hitting some corners to make sure people are able to mint and burn FLP natively instead of relying on liquidity in the markets, which makes the whole system a lot more capital efficient. So all things out there, we just have to work it all together. Biggest thing for us is patience at this point. And yeah, excited to see
Got
what can
no
be
patience.
done this week.
Yep. And I just want to highlight the part of the depreciation of the swap fees. It actually makes trading much more cheaper as we had before, and it's gonna open a lot of order flow for Flash, because again we would be very high in the list of being the best avenues to trade on chain with the highest possible leverage, which we are possible to do thanks to the pool-to-peer engine that we have. And the next thing is, shout out to the team at LoopScale who have increased the leverage, watching the demand that has been raising a lot these days on LoopScale, because the FLP assets have been one of the most best performing assets on LoopScale as of now. Everyone are right now up in its triple digits APY earnings, and it's very fascinating to watch those yields grow and the volume on Flash grow. It's all a flywheel effect that we are watching right now, where yields are generating, more fees is generating, and then more revenue for your FAF stake, which equals to more rewards. So yeah, it's a very interesting flywheel effect that we are witnessing as of now, and definitely it's going to be much more wilder when the Degen Mode goes on and when the margin engine V2 goes and the magic block integration goes. As we talk about this, let's head on to the next slide, which might cover this.
Well, I just wanted to recap real quick so everybody knows. Decreased fees, guys, swaps, and pool 3. And market timing. You never have to leave Flash Trade. Now you don't have to check the CME timings. You don't have to, go fumble about, Google it or AI it as a chat Jippity it. It's all right there for you. We've added total revenue distribution on DeFi Llama. So now you can get up-to-date information and the Pyth price feeds are changing the game for us with integrations. And of course, LoopScale continues to deliver for us. They're a great partner. They've upped the leverage to 6.7%. And just as little thing I did over the weekend, not financial advice. I'm looking at you. I actually went to Camino, an upcoming partner. I deposited the remainder of my Solana that was just sitting there doing nothing, earning me nothing. Took out a small position against that, and then actually minted some FLP1, and I am starting to go into different LoopScale pools. So thought that was interesting, or loops, I should say. Thought that was interesting, something I've been experimenting with over the weekend. It was a lot of fun. I'm starting to just dabble with more and more partners, trying to figure out how to optimize my bags. My earnings. All right. So what is coming? We've got Camino audit coming up. We already mentioned that. That's in the works. That is so that we can get listed on Camino for multiply. And then I'll let Anas take the rest.
Yeah, the next thing is the Degen Mode, which we are very excited. And to be honest, when we have been testing on DevNet, it's very addictive, and it's epic to have this much amount of leverage available so instantly, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna make so much money. It turns out.
The fun part for me is using. I just used $10, and I was ramping up the leverage. It's a lot. It is a lot of fun. But you could use. Correct me if I'm wrong. What is the smallest USDC amount that you can use on Flash Trade?
I think we're still deciding on the minimum amount that it could be. It might range something between $10 to $50. So depending on the risk analysis that we come out, we would have a different minimum required asset for different assets. So because there are tools like WIF, Partcoin, so we have to look into how best we can serve it with the minimum cap size available. So yeah, it's still under works as we speak. And the next thing is yes,
one quick thing to add on over there is we still remain the lowest barrier to entry protocol for margin trading, as we're still up to a $1. So you can trade on Flash using $1 as collateral even now for normal positions, and even moving forward, though Degen positions are going to have a different collateral requirement, normal positions are still like just $1 in terms of the total value you're locking in. So we still remain one of the most accessible places to trade, especially for people who are starting off and trying to get comfortable with pips. So we continue to be so.
For sure. And yeah, competitive is very important in terms of fees, and we are very happy to serve with the best amount of fees at the best liquidity depth in the market. And it's all about increasing that, and we're happy that we have a roadmap which in terms is being worked every week as we speak with Magic Blocks to make sure your transactions confirm in less than hopefully under 80 milliseconds or 50 milliseconds, depending on where you are logging in. But it all seems to be being aligned and coming together of what we envisioned when we started talking about this ephemeral rollup and the Magic Blocks integration. So very happy to see come alive, and I know everything is coming into the direction. So Zeb, if you want to add something in that direction of your off late conversations with the team, would be this time, but it all depends if you want to talk.
For sure. A lot of good conversations over the week, and finally we are seeing something called as code handlers come out from Magic Blocks, who just allow us to batch much of our things together. So Magic Blocks, because it's a different state altogether, committing the state and doing a mainnet transaction, all being bundled as an atomic transaction was what we were looking at, and now it seems like a lot more plausible. And Magic Blocks has come out yet to come out with a release next week, so we'll be like hearing a lot more from them. But yeah, interesting to see how it's coming out right now.
Yep, and we have seen the PRs that are forming, and most of the things that have been coming out are after intense discussions amongst the teams on how to make this integration possible. And we are happy that the teams on both the sides are very receptive of their additions to make this thing possible. And this is for the first time that is being happening on the blockchain. So having this ephemeral rollup dedicated to Flash's margin engine is going to be the first of its kind, and very happy to see how it scales.
Yes.
And the next
Can't
thing
wait.
is the Privy integration. So all of these things are in line, to be honest, in order to give you the sexiest on-chain experience possible. And the idea from day one is to make sure you as a user never it gets the feeling that you are interacting with some sort of a rudimentary blockchain or anything like that. It's just that you love to trade, you're going to trade, that's it. You don't need to know what's going behind the scene, where your transactions are confirming, what's the latency, what's the slot time. We don't want to talk about this. We want you to be on the platform and trade as if you're trading anywhere else, and much faster confirmation times. And yeah, it's all in this direction. So Preview also, I've been trying it out and testing, and I think I posted I think 3 days ago, where it's possible to generate a wallet using your phone numbers. So if you are a user of WhatsApp or any other social media platforms, you'll be able to create your wallet using those as login methods, which is the most fastest way to create your wallet. And then again, with that, it's not about just creating the wallet. You can also retrieve your private keys as well, all from the UI of FlashTrade. And the idea of this is to move towards a feeless experience where your wallet need not have soul in its wallet to trade on Flash. So this is all being worked on in parallel. It's all going to come together live. And that's another step where the V2 also comes in, where you can trade immense amounts of assets. So it's all in line. The Magic Blocks thing, the Privy integration, and the V2, it all comes together to give you that one fascinating experience on Flash, where it doesn't feel like you're trading on chain. It's just if you want to trade, you're going to trade. That's it. So
yeah, the experience, it's all about the experience, the familiarity, and how the user interacts, and meeting the user where they are.
Yes, for sure.
Anything else on Margin Engine V2, or any updates, anything like that?
I think that is
quite a few things with Margin Engine V2 as well. And I think that is what's going to lead us to $1 trillion in volume every day. So we've had some improvements go out with Degen Mode itself. One of the biggest things being that swap fee is no longer required as a metric. And now that we've gonna collateralize a lot other assets with like cross collateralization possible, flexible lock utilization, something that we've spoken of. Those changes coinciding with something we call market specific margin fee These are the things which have held us in terms of delivering all of margin engine v2 at once. So we are taking it like one step at a time. And this week, what we have been working on, or so the following week as well, would be the ability to list more assets across all the given pools. So as we've seen a series of delisting over the last couple weeks or so, we had to cut down on the number of assets we have on a given pool to allow FLP integrations across DeFi. One of the biggest example of that is FLP3 that got listed on LoopScale, and that's been performing really well. Like if you want exposure to Solana, DeFi coins, and ecosystem tokens on Solana, FLP3 gives you a great way of doing that. Being able to leverage or loop on such an asset is a game changer, and we're just seeing it get started. We wanted to retain these while we move to things like Magic Block, which allows traders to benefit. There's not much for LPs on Magic Block, honestly, like until like the fees flow back to them. But for traders, it's a game changer. We don't want to break the composable nature of FLP, which is what we've been primarily focusing on. So yeah, that's the thing with Margin Engine V2. It's a change which allows us to grow aggressively in terms of the assets we list and the tools we can offer to traders, but it needs to make sure of the current composable nature of FLP. So that is the thing we've been working on to double the limit. So we're going to be conservative. So we're going to take one at a time, and by the time we have all of it come together, tested, tried, and reviewed, and out in prod, it's going to be such a big beast. And Margin Engine V2 is like it's almost all encompassing in that sense, where we
Yeah.
as a team are also focusing on different aspects of it to make sure we don't exactly have any flaws in the whole system, while like we go out with it, nothing breaks that we already have, and it kind of delivers us what we've always envisioned of.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely. And then the road to a trillion. So I just wanted to get like from both of you guys. So because I hear it from you guys a lot, in our discussions and things with like privately, but your guys' vision is huge. And I want you to just convey that to the audience and let them understand like, the roadmap, the way that you see this going, and kind of the path forward.
Yep. It's all about, as I was just posting about it later, before this live stream. It's all about building real things that provide real value and things that you believe in. So we truly believe the on-chain economy is one to stay alive and bring more value to the users interacting with it, and eventually people will flock in to use on-chain products. So that has been the idea of building on-chain, although we know there are a lot of off-chain exchanges that serve trillions of dollars every day. So it's all
Very
in that
true.
direction to create transparent products that allow users the best experience as well as ownership. That's also a very important thing, where people get to own things that they use. And that has been the case, slowly. The way the world is evolving is in the direction of financialization of everything. It's all about how much money you're gonna get when you use anything. If you use any of the platforms, like Twitter is also going in that direction, where the content creators are earning when they are using the platform and getting the most attention and creating more value for Twitter. So it's all in that direction, where you are creating more value for your stakeholders and then the users. And users keep winning when they use on-chain products, is what I have personally felt. Because before coming into the stream of DeFi or on-chain products, I used to be a heavy user of centralized exchanges, and the way the obscurity was there, and you didn't own things and you could have been kicked out any moment because their rules didn't match. So that is something that it is us all when you are a very pro user of centralized things. So I think eventually that is the idea with the road to $1 trillion daily trading volume, where by being open, by being transparent, by making sure our users win, we can eventually be that platform that serves millions of users who are doing trillions of dollars on Flash.
Absolutely. Yeah, not just a lofty goal. I mean, we see the visions laid out right in front of you. Between magic blocks, margin engine, you can see that we're pushing the boundaries of what is possible on blockchain. Zahib, did you have anything to add to that?
For the week, I guess. But yeah, an important disclaimer for LPs is that we have existing limits on OI caps for positions, which are visible when you need them. These are specially taken care of. Like, we've got a lot of attention to detail when it comes to risk management. So Degen positions cannot literally take over the pool. We've got like very constricted of OIs, especially for Degen mode. So it's a kind of subset of the total OI that you can. So that's the thing. Like, okay, Degen mode is crazy for traders, but yeah, need not. We've got all of the all of the risk space to make sure nothing goes out of way. So that's a reassurance for the LPs as well, and because a whole that we've got all working together. It's all like detailed on our part.
Cool. All right, let's move into the next section. Zahib, you're breaking up just a little bit if you're not sure where you are, but let's see. As far as questions, oh, this is funny. All right, Panda, I see you. Hot take. I guess that was probably towards my institutional. I'm gonna guess that was my institutional statement. It looks like that was right around the time I made that statement. So let's see here. If rates stay the same and we pump, then when they finally do cut rates, will we dump? No. I mean, that I would say that probably, I mean, maybe a temporary dump, but no, if they cut rates and everybody starts the money printers, no, I mean, there's no way we're going to dump hard. We could have a brief dump just because market makers, but other than that, I highly doubt that would be the case. Can't wait for magic block integration for real. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Everything takes time. Development takes time. Be patient. We are definitely working in that direction on a daily basis. The team is locked in, and there's all things a go. All right. Did you see any more questions here, Anas?
Nope. I'm just going through Discord as well. I don't see much. Yeah, not much.
All right. Well, one thing I just wanted to add to the entire space today is that Degen Mode's live. Or not live, sorry. Degen Mode will be going live. So that's super exciting for me. I just from testing it out, I'm like, oh, this is sick. This is going to be a great time. I could even do some, if y'all are interested, some live spaces with Degen. I think that'd be cool. Maybe I'll just stick with DevNet because it seems like mainnet I just always lose money, but DevNet I'm just racking it up. All right. Well, anything else to add? Final thoughts, final words before we say goodbye to the lovely audience?
Stay tuned. The Degen Mode is gonna, it's gonna blow all of us out. I'm pretty sure. It's epic.
Yeah, Degen Mode's very, very cool. Definitely a great ad, and then things are just going to get crazier as time goes on as we add more and more features for our traders. But as always, traders, we're here. If you need us for anything, join our Discord. Our Discord's pretty lively. We have a lot of longtime members. There has been some discussion that beasts are being missed. I miss them too. I had quite a few beasts myself. So before joining the Flash team, I was pretty integral into the Flash ecosystem. All things Flash was here. This time we got another. Will there be a time when we can open a position without confirming on Phantom? Well, there's auto confirm. You can switch that on. That was a question here brought by Roscoe. Yeah, you could turn on auto confirm right now with Phantom. So that's a feature that's already available if you so choose.
It's going to come out with the Privy integration that we were just talking about. It's going to give you your own Flash account that doesn't require to, click on any pop-ups, and you'll own the wallet. So yeah, that is under works as we speak.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but looks like he actually did. Phantom already has auto confirm, right?
Yes, they have it. Yeah.
So you could do that presently. So yeah. All right. Well, if no further ado, just like always, traders, I'll see you in the markets.